To dismantle the rear bumper, begin in the trunk. Then for step 1, remove the rear end center paneling. Unscrew the bolts on both sides of the vehicle. Now remove the 5 expanding clips using an assembly wedge. For the next 8 expanding clips in the upper edge of the paneling, use a pair of pliers. Then it goes quite easily. When all 8 rivets are gone, pull out both rubber stoppers of the trunk lid. Then open the service flaps on both sides. Remove the floor paneling. And then turn off the ignition and remove the key. Behind the rear end center paneling are 2 electric plug connectors for the switch of the trunk partition and the lighting. Disconnect these and remove. We now move behind the service flap. Use suitable tools because the nut and 2 bolts are quite difficult to reach. On the other side, we'll show you this more closely. Here at first the nut, and then unscrew both bolts. When both bolts are gone, the bumper comes away quite easily. The last nut is in the middle behind the rear lock. If the SLK is equipped with Parktronic, as in our case, then cut the cable tie and disconnect the plug connector on the cable harness on the right side. Now push the wiring harness outside through the body and we're finished in the trunk. On the exterior of the vehicle, remove a total of 6 bolts. And then we go under the car. 2 of the bolts are directly under the bumper. With these removed, the vehicle lift is no longer needed. You'll find the next 2 bolts in the rear wheel well. Remove on both sides. After all nuts and bolts are removed, you can take off the bumper with a colleague. It's important that you lead the PTS wiring harness out through the hole on the right side. The installation of the new bumper occurs in reverse order. After the exterior assembly, check the gap dimension with the trunk closed. Do the gap measurement test with a feeler gauge with the measurements trunk lid to bumper 5 mm with a prescribed tolerance of plus 1.5 mm or minus 1.0 mm. In our case, it's fine. Now install the remaining parts in the trunk in the reverse order.